Hi everyone, don't fall for this trap. We solve the math problem from left to right, or you can say start from the left and work towards the right. Addition. Looking at addition, A for addition, no subtraction here. That's what the S stands for. Addition, that's in the lowest level in PEMDAS, and parentheses is the highest level in PEMDAS. And then you work towards the right. So now look at 3 divided by 8. Will that go first, or will addition go first? No, addition will not go first. Division has higher priority than addition. Why would that be? Well, look here. M multiplication, D division. Division is what I see, 3 divided by 8. And addition, 18 plus 3, that's in the lowest level. So division is in the level above the lowest level. So keep working towards the right. 8 times 7, does that go first? Well, notice that those two operations, division and multiplication, are both within its own level. And because I'm solving it from left to right, or starting from the left and then working towards the right, I hit division first, not multiplication. And because those two are within its own level, and don't get confused with this. Don't think because the M, the first letter in PEMDAS, goes first and then division, D, goes second in that strict order, it goes that way. No, it does not go that way. You start from left to right or work towards the right. So these two operations are both within its own level. And because 3 divided by 8 hit first in the same level, that goes first. Now, if it was the other way around, like times there and then division there, then 3 times 8 will go first, not 8 divided by 7. But in this math problem, 3 divided by 8 will go first, not 8 times 7. Okay, let's solve this tricky math problem. Now, what is 3 divided by 8? I don't know. So when I don't know, I just write it in a fraction form, 3 over 8. Next, I drop the 18, but in a fraction form. 18 over 1 equals 18, does not change the 18. Plus, I keep the 3 over 8. Next, I drop the times 7, but in a fraction form. 7 over 1 equals 7, does not change the 7. Now you tell me, do I start with addition or multiplication? Which one goes first? If you said addition, you got it wrong. It's multiplication. Again, because multiplication has higher priority than addition. Yeah, you start with you start looking at addition first. Yes, because you're solving it from left to right or working towards the right. So you start with the left, addition, then you look at the right, multiplication. That's it. There's an equal sign here. So you don't, that's it, that's the end. And then you tell yourself, which one goes first? Well, multiplication, because it has higher priority than addition. All right, so now that we got that, let's multiply across. 3 times 7 is 21, right? 7, 14, 21. Over 8 times 1 is 8. That was easy. And 21 over 8 cannot be broken down further. So I erase this and write 18 over 1 larger plus, and rewrite 21 over 8, make it larger. Notice the denominators are different, so I will use the butterfly method, and I'll use a different color. So you multiply what's inside the wings, and then you write the results above the antennas. So, and don't forget the body. The body always gives you the denominator. 1 times 8 is 8. Now let's figure out the numerator. So 18 times 8, that's a big number to multiply. So 18 times 8, you need to know your multiplications to do this. So 8 times 8 is 64. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 6. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14. So we have 144. And then 1 times 21 is 21. That was easy. Next, you add. So 144 plus 21 is, so 144 plus 21. So that's 5, 6, and 1. So I have 165 over 8 as the answer, and that cannot be broken down further. Now let's figure out the decimal using long division, and because this is an improper fraction answer, we can get a mixed number answer as well. So I'll write the first answer here, 165 over 8, and then I'll write the decimal answer and the mixed number answer there. And here is the long division symbol, and the dividend is 165. 8 is the divisor. How many times can 8 fit into 165? Well, if you know your timetables, you know that 8 times 2 is 16. That's the closest we'll get, right? So let's do that. Let's do 20 times 8, right? Because I just said 8 times 2 is 16. So 8 times 0 is 0. 8 times 0 is 0. 8 times 2 is 16. And look at that. Look how close we got to 165. 160 is the closest we'll get to 165. Well, if we add another 8, that would be 168, or 21 times 8 is 168. That goes above 165. So no, we cannot use 21. So 20 it is. So 20 times 8 is 160. And then I subtract 165 minus 160, that's 5. And can you fit 8 into 5? No, you cannot. So the 5 needs to borrow a 0 and becomes 50. How many times can 8 fit into 50? Again, you need to know your multiplications. 8 times 5 is 40, plus 8 is 48, or in other words, 8 times 6 is 48. So 48 goes there because you're subtracting 50 minus 48. Don't forget the 6 that goes up there. And I already told you 8 times 6 or 6 times 8 is 48, and then 50 minus 48 is 2. Can you fit 8 into 2? No. So the 2 needs to borrow 0. You can fit 8 into 20 twice, and 8 times 2 or 2 times 8 is 18, right? Wrong, 16. It's tricky. 20 minus 16 is 4, and you cannot fit 8 into 4, so the 4 needs to borrow a 0, and the 4 becomes 40. So the 4 needs to borrow that 0 to become 40. And then you can fit 8 into 40 5 times, and 5 times 8 is 40, and 40 minus 40 is 0. So your decimal answer is 20.625, and your mixed number answer is the whole number, 20. The remainder, 5, goes above the fraction bar, and the 8 goes below the fraction bar. So now you have 3 different answers, but they're correct. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you subscribe, thank you so much. You earned a happy face. Oh, that's not a good looking happy face. Here you go. Sorry about that. And if you got the right answer or right answers, hit that like button. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.